We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Good morning, friends. So we meet again today. The unit is same, that is coplanar non-concurrent force system. But we are going to study today the numericals of moment. Before going to the new topic, let us first revise what we had done in the last lecture. In the last lecture, we had studied the definition of force. That is, it is an external agent which changes or tends to change the state of a body. Then we had studied the characteristics of force. The characteristics of force is basically magnitude, direction, line of action, point of application and nature of force. Then we had studied system of force, that is 2 or more than forces acting on a system. It is called a system of force. Then we had studied different system of forces, that is coplanar, concurrent, non-concurrent, non-coplanar, parallel, collinear. Okay, but our chapter or the unit is coplanar non-concurrent force system. So it states that the line of action of all the forces which lies in one same plane but does not meet at one common point, it is called as coplanar non-concurrent force system. Then we have studied regarding moment. So moment is nothing but the turning effect produced by the force. There are 2 types of moments. One is clockwise moment and another is anti-clockwise moment. Clockwise moment is the moment which has the tendency to rotate in the direction of clock hands, and the force which has the tendency to rotate body in the direction opposite to the clock hands, it is called as anti-clockwise moment. Clockwise moment is taken as positive, anti-clockwise moment is taken as negative, and mathematically we can say that moment that is equal to force into perpendicular distance. That means if the force is horizontal, distance will be at an angle of 90 degree, that is perpendicular. If the force is acting vertical, then the distance will be taken as horizontal. That means always it will be at an angle of 90 degree. Okay. Now, very important, the distance. So always the turning effect is produced at a pivot or at a point or at a pin, right? So distance will be measured with respect to the point where the moment is being calculated. So today what we are going to do is, we are going to study 3 problems. That is, one is problem number 1, in which you can see that only one vertical force is acting. Second problem, that is problem number 2, in which there are 2 vertical forces acting. And third problem, that is problem number 3, in which we have got one horizontal force. Okay, they are very simple problems, just basic problems to clear the concepts of basically how you can calculate moment, because for civil engineering this will go up to 8 semesters for degree students, and for diploma students it will go up to 6 semesters, right? So to start with, first is problem number 1. What we can see, that there is one particular frame or a rod AB of length 1.5 meters, and at the free end, that is point B, there is a force acting at 10 kilonewton. We have to find the moment about point A. Okay, so we have to find moment about point A. So what we can call it as or represent it as moment about point A, that is MA. Okay, now we have to calculate MA. What is the formula for moment? So formula for moment is force into perpendicular distance. Okay, that is equal to F into D, where F is force and D is distance between line of action, LOA, very important term. Distance between line of action of force and point where moment is to be calculated. Which point is that in this problem? In this problem it is point A. Okay, and one more point over here, it is nothing but the perpendicular distance. So distance between line of action of force and the point where moment is to be calculated. So what is force? Force F, that is equal to F1, that is equal to what intensity? 10 kilonewtons. Okay, what is distance D1? So first of all I will draw the line of action of force F1, right? So I will extend. What is line of action? How can you get the line of action? So you have to extend the point on which the force is acting in the forward and backward direction. So force is acting at point B, so we can extend it in the forward direction and we can extend it in the backward direction. Okay, so this line is called as line of action. It is called as what? Line of action. Okay, so what will be the distance? So distance will be between line of action and the point at which moment is taken, that is point D. Okay, so this will be our perpendicular distance, which is equal to 1.5. I'll make again clear, line of action, that is extended in the forward and backward direction. So line of action and the point where moment is calculated, which is the point A. So what is the distance? 1.5. So D1, that is equal to 1.5 meters. Okay, so therefore moment about A, that is equal to M of A, that is equal to 10 into 1.5, that is equal to 15 kilonewtons. Okay, so 15 kilonewtons, and distance unit is meter. So 15 kilonewton meter is the answer. Now, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. So as I already mentioned to you that the clockwise moment we will consider as positive and anti-clockwise moment we will consider as negative. Now how to find out clockwise or anti-clockwise? So first is right hand thumb rule. What does the right hand thumb rule say? That the right hand thumb, that will show the force, and the fingers, they will show the direction. So in this case, force is acting in the downward direction, so my right hand thumb will show in the downward direction. Okay, and my fingers are showing which direction? It is a clockwise direction. Okay, so the moment at A is a clockwise moment. This is one method to find out the direction. What is the second method? Very simple method for the students to understand. If you want to form a circle and go to point A, okay, without breaking the circle. So how will you go? You will go in this way, right? And you will come to the original point. Okay, so you can see that this is nothing but a clockwise movement. So I can show that it is a clockwise movement with a positive sign. So my answer is 15 kilonewton meter positive clockwise. Is it clear to all? Right? Now we come to our second problem. What does the second problem show? Second problem shows that we have got two vertical forces. One vertical force is in the downward direction at point B. Okay. And what I will do, I will take the another force F2 in the upward direction. Okay. So now we have got two forces, one in the downward direction and one in the upward direction. And we have to find the moment about point A. So as I already told you, moment about point A will be represented as MA. Okay. Second thing is, because there are two forces, so moment will be produced by both the two forces. So my formula will be moment that is equal to plus or minus F1 D1 plus or minus F2 D2. Okay. So I don't know whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. So I have taken plus and minus both the sides. Right. Now to start with, first of all, we will find out F1 and D1. Okay. So what is F1? F1 is 10 kilonewton force. It is acting in the downward direction. What is D1? So D1 is distance between line of action of the force at the point where moment is to be calculated, which is point A. So first of all, I will show the line of action of the force F1. How can you find out line of action? So you have to extend the point in the vertical downward and vertical upward. Okay. So this is your line of action. What is the distance up to point A? So distance up to point A, that is nothing but D1, which is equal to 1 meter. So I can show that D1 is nothing but 1 meter. Okay. Now, second is your F2 force. So F2 force, what is the magnitude? 20 kilonewtons. So we show 20 kilonewtons. Now what will be the distance D2? So distance D2, again I have to first find the line of action of the force. So if I want to find out the line of action of the force, so line of action of the force will be extended in the vertical downward direction and vertical upward direction. So we are extending this line of action. We are extending this line of action, and this is called as line of action. Okay. So what will be the distance of force F2? So distance between line of action of force and point where moment is calculated. Where we are calculating moment? At point A. So the distance will be up to point A, and we can show this as our distance D2, and that will be equal to how much? 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2 meters. Okay. So my distance D2 will be equal to 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2 meters. Okay. So now I will put in the formula. MA is equal to plus or minus 10 into 1 plus or minus 20 into 2. Now we want to decide whether it is plus or minus. Okay, so we come again to our figure. This is the point where force is acting. So my thumb, right hand thumb, will be in the downward direction. So what is the fingers showing? Fingers are showing in the clockwise. So it will be a clockwise movement and it will be taken as positive. Another way of seeing is, as I told you, that if you want to form a circle, you will go in this direction. So it is a clockwise. Now we come to 20 into 2, that is 40. So will it be plus or minus? So now my right hand thumb is in which direction? Upward direction, because force is in which direction? Upward. So it is in upward direction, so my fingers are showing which direction? Anti-clockwise. Okay? So it will be anti-clockwise and it will be considered as negative. So the answer is minus 30. What will be the unit? Kilonewton meter. Okay? So moment about A is equal to minus 30 kilonewton meters. Okay? So this is your answer. Now we come to the third numerical. Very simple. What is it? Which type of force is acting? Horizontal force. Okay? What we have to do? We have to calculate moment about point A. Okay? So, I will again write down moment about point A, that is equal to F into perpendicular distance D. Now, what is your force? Horizontal or vertical? So, force is horizontal. So, you will require a vertical distance. Can you find any vertical distance over here? No. If I extend the line of action of force in the forward direction, it will come and meet at the point A. That means it will try to produce a linear motion. There will be no turning effect because the line of action of the force is coinciding with the point A. Okay? And no vertical distance at an angle of 90 degree with F1. So the distance value will be equal to 0. What will be the value of distance? It will be 0. So moment about A, that will be equal to 10 into 0, that is equal to 0. Okay? This is very important because students think that 10 into 1.2, but no. It cannot be because 1.2 is not a perpendicular distance. Force is horizontal. So perpendicular will be vertical. We will require a vertical distance. Okay? So the distance value will be 0. Second important point. The line of action of the force is coinciding with the point A. So it is not going to rotate. It is going to bring a linear motion. As I gave you a very simple example of a block. Okay? If the force is acting at the center and it is coinciding with CG, what will happen? Linear motion will take place. But if I am applying a force at the edge and the line of action is not coinciding with the CG, what will happen? It will try to rotate the block. Right? So same way over here, as it is a horizontal force, it will try to produce a linear motion and not rotatory motion or a turning effect. Hence the moment value at point A, that is equal to 0. Okay? So these are the three fundamental problems which everyone must understand. And in the next lecture, we will try to go for some complicated problems with inclined load, with angle section, with vertical load as well as horizontal load, so that you are able to find out the moment at point wherever it is required. Thank you.